medical dog pacemaker. This story was inspired by the China Minutes article, China Trials Robot Guide Dogs to Assist People with Visual Impairment. At the April 2026 Beijing Marathon, the robot dog Tutu guided a visually impaired runner through the full course. Robot dogs that integrate perception, judgment, and motor control are beginning to support people in athletic settings. In this story, a robot dog running as pacemaker and medic carries a cramped runner on a stretcher in a future where robots can be your running buddy who's running beside you. The dogs were at the starting line. Quadruped robot dogs. White chassis. A red cross on the back. Body length, 20 inches. 20 of them scattered among the runner's feet. A marathon. The Autumn City Half Marathon. Participants, 8,000. Distance, 13.1 miles. The robot dogs were all called PAL, not a serial number. All 20 went by the same name, pacemaker and medical support dog. They ran alongside, monitoring runner heart rate and body temperature, ready to act on anything off. The gun went off. 8,000 humans and 20 PALs started running. PAL 7 ran in among the middle of the pack, a 9.5-minute mile, the standard pace for a community runner. PAL kept that pace, not fast, not slow. He ran along the edge of the course so as not to get in the way. As he ran, he was reading the runners around him: heart rate, surface temperature, stride changes, breathing rhythm. Anything outside range he reported to control and, if needed, spoke up. "Good morning. Your pace is steady. Don't forget to hydrate." A man in his 40s running beside him said thanks. He was breathing hard but okay. PAL's sensors said so. The 12-kilometer mark. About 7.5 miles. PAL 7 sensor pinged. 30 meters ahead, at the left edge of the course, a runner had dropped speed sharply. Stride length halved. Body listing left. A man in his 50s. Bib 4783. Heart rate within range. Body temperature normal. But an abnormal spike in the EMG of the right calf. A cramp. PAL 7 hurried over. "Are you all right?" The man sank down at the edge of the course, gripping his right calf. Face screwed up. "Ah, cramp. Cramp, cramp, cramp. Estimated right calf cramp. Shall I transport you to the medical tent?" "No. Give it a minute, it'll pass. The medical tent is a mile ahead. Walking is estimated to be difficult." PAL 7 radioed control. Mile 7.5. Runner 4783. Right leg cramp. Requesting transport. 30 seconds later, PAL 12 joined them. He had a stretcher unit on his back. A folding lightweight stretcher was deployed and connected between the two PALs. "Please get on." "On this? Yes. We will carry you to the medical tent." The man lay down on the stretcher. The two PALs, one at each end, began moving slowly along the edge of the course. Along the sidewalks, the spectators watched. Two robot dogs were running with a stretcher between them, a grown man on top. The dogs were small but strong enough. Their steady four-legged gait carried the stretcher, sensors picking out the pavement bumps. A girl of about 5 tugged at her mother's hand. "Mum, it's a dog sled." Her mother laughed. The man on the stretcher gave a wry smile. They reached the medical tent. A nurse helped the man off the stretcher and started stretching the calf. The man lay on his back, staring at the ceiling. "I did not expect to be carried in by a dog." PAL 7 stood beside him. Transport time was 4 minutes 32 seconds. "How are you feeling?" "Feeling? Embarrassed." "Embarrassment. There is no indicator for that in the vitals, so I cannot detect it." "Then don't bother detecting it." The nurse went on icing the leg. "We get a lot of PAL transports this year. You're the third today." "Third, huh? Not just me. Until last year, human staff carried people on wheelchairs. The PALs are faster, and they can take the edge of the course without blocking anyone." Half an hour later, the man's leg had recovered. He gave up finishing. But he could walk. He left the tent and started toward the finish line on foot. Pal 7 was back on the course already. At the 7.5-mile mark, running beside another runner, like nothing had happened. Until the next anomaly, he kept on as a pacemaker. At the finish, the man got, in place of a finisher's medal, a small card from a race staff member. Transport certificate. We hand these out to runners who were carried by a pal. A transport certificate. Do people want this? It's a souvenir. There's a photo of the pal on the back. On the back of the card was a photograph of the pal, a white quadruped, the red cross. Small and reliable looking, the man slid the card into his pocket. He planned to run again next year. To not be carried. Next year. But if his leg cramped, he'd be on the dog sled again. With some kid on the sidewalk going, "Mum, dog sled."